It's the Andy and Dave Daily on the Muskegon channel. Andy O'Reilly, Dave Cackley. It is a Monday. It is the 5th day of June in the year of our Lord 2017. We have once again come together to inform you, to entertain you, to enlighten you, and to make you feel like you're part of the family here at the Muskegon channel. That's what we are.
Wow, that was an oversell.
Well, it's not one of those things. I just want people to feel at home. You know
right.
what I mean? It's
Very
all
nice.
casual and everything like that, but you just want to, every now and again, you want to give them the proper greeting.
Yeah.
Which is what I do. That's what I do.
Good idea. That's nice of you. It's really good.
That's what I do. So let me ask you this. Mm-hmm. We're going to talk about your big weekend in a minute because you're being all super secretive and everything. But I got one for you. I'm not going to name a place, but there's an element of me that is on camera from time to time, and I report on things that I see.
Okay.
Most of the time it involves race cars going around in a circle really fast and all that stuff. And I'm not going to say if this was or wasn't one of the places, but the guy running the whole show up above after said event where I was reporting on a specific incident, he says to me, he goes, "Do you think you could face the camera when you're doing reports down there?" I said, "Yeah, I could, but then how am I going to see what I'm talking about?" I'm reporting on a wreck at a racetrack, right? And the director of the thing says, "Well, we'd really like to see your face."
Why wouldn't they point the camera at your face?
Well, they do, but that's not the problem. The problem is I'm not the story. I'm just there telling what I'm seeing. Focus on the wreck. Let's see what happened to the driver. Let's see if we can get a reaction from him. Not me standing there going, "Hi, I'm down here and something might be going on behind me. I don't know because I'm looking in the camera."
Yeah, okay. Very good.
Duh.
That's the point made.
I drove home shaking my head. I'm like, really? You want me?
That is, yeah.
You want me to look? Okay, something's going on behind me, and I'm not exactly sure what, but I'm looking at the camera.
Right. Well, see, there people, you see, usually with reporters, it's about the reporter. It's not about the story.
I get that, but
So,
you think I just fell off a turnip truck when it comes to working at a racetrack?
you have made references in the past to turnip trucks. I don't know that I've ever seen a turnip truck, and I don't even necessarily know what a turnip looks like.
Used to be the good old days. They'd come by with the turnip truck at the house, and they'd sell you some turnips. Mm-hmm. That way you can have turnip stew. You could have turnip flambé. A turnip looks like a beet.
Okay, I see. I've never eaten I don't think I've eaten a beet either. I'm not very well-rounded when it comes to food.
You're not well-rounded on a lot of things, but that's
okay. That was uncalled for.
Okay, well, deal with it.
All right.
What are you going to do? You're going to tell me about your exciting weekend?
Okay. So this was going to be low-key. Max had his last baseball game on Saturday. He pounded out three hits. They got beat because they played 6 innings and not 5. I'm actually going to call it a win because they were actually winning after 5 innings, and the game's only supposed to be 5 innings. But we had extra time, so we played another inning, and then they blew a 5-run lead. But anyway, it was a good season. The coaches were awesome, everything. So I'm going to have a low-key Saturday night. I'm just going to lay low, go to bed early. I get a call from my friend Todd. He and our mutual friend Greg were putting together a raft, and for their lake house and everything. And they're like, "Yeah, we're tired. We're thinking about going out, hitting a local bar." I'm like, "Oh, sounds great." So I get over there. Greg decides not to go. He decides he's too tired.
Okay.
So Todd's like, "Dude, I've been drinking already. I can't. You be the designated driver. Can you go?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure. I'll only go maybe have 1 glass of red wine. Good for the cholesterol. I'm a responsible adult." Anyway, we get there, and I decide, no, I'm not gonna have red wine. I'll have 1 vodka tonic. Well, 1 vodka tonic turned into a second one, then a third, then a fourth, then 3 Coronas later. I'm not driving. It's like, dude, I can't drive. It's like, dude, you said you were like, yeah, I know I said that, but that was about 4 or 5 beverages ago, and I don't know what to tell you. I mean, let's give Greg a call. I'm sure he can come pick us up. Greg's fast asleep. It's like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. So he's like, and so Todd's like, "Okay, I got to we'll just start walking and we'll hitch." And I'm telling him, "Dude," and by this time it's 2 o'clock in the morning. It's closing time. We're on M37 in middle of like, nobody in their right mind is going to pick up a couple of 40-year-old dudes hitchhiking on M37 at 2 o'clock in the morning. So I keep calling Greg's phone, hoping to wake him up. 2 o'clock becomes 2:33. We get about 2.5 miles down the road. My friend Todd's got bad knees, a bad back, so we got to rest like every 100 yards. So this guy can, finally be in condition enough to walk again.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we get to a point where he's just got to lay down. So he's lying down on the side of the road on M37. At this time, it's like about 3:30. I see lightning off in the distance. A light sprinkle is starting to fall. I'm like, we're in really bad shape. We're about 2.5 miles at least from home. I can't carry this guy. There's no way. And I'm like, we are in serious. Finally, Greg miraculously answers his phone and just starts laughing his ass off when I tell him, like, dude, we've been walking for like 3 miles. We haven't been able to get a ride. You got to come get us. So finally he gets us just as he picks us up. Downpour, thunder, lightning. Fortunately, we got home and avoided what could have been a catastrophic Saturday night / early Sunday morning.
Wow.
So,
I'm assuming you did get up and go to church in time.
No, we did watch it on TV. Well, I was a little. I was unwell. I had a bit of a headache and a little dehydrated, but made it through the day. I took Max to the pool, met up with Alexa, had a nice little family Sunday at this park in Grand Rapids, and got to bed a little later last night, and it feel okay now. I'm not 100% yet, but I feel okay. But it was interesting. A fun Saturday night, but probably I'm probably the worst designated driver ever. After that,
I'm surprised you didn't have a sign out that said, "Hello, I'm TV's Dave Cackley. Can you give us a ride?"
No,
you didn't try that in the bar?
No.
What was the name of the bar you went to?
Reds. Reds out there in Middleville. It used to be called the Swamp Fox.
Huh?
It used to be called the Swamp Fox, and then I believe it changed ownership. Really good bar food.
Yeah.
And delicious drinks and really cheap. I mean, it was. I think my bar tab at the end of the night, honestly, after all I had to drink, I think somehow ended up being like $14. It was insane.
And how did you tip?
$3.
You are such a cheapskate.
What for $3 on?
You are the
Dude,
biggest
that's over
cheapskate
20%.
I've ever met.
That's
really
over
are,
20%.
Huh?
That's over 20%.
Oh.
$3 on $14 drinks? What am I supposed to? That's not cheap.
You give them at least a 5.
What?
At very
Whatever.
least.
Okay, money bags.
I'm just telling you.
You tip your $5. You give 30% on your drinks. That's fine.
Okay, I will.
I'm going 20 because that's standard.
Okay, very good. Well, thank you for that wonderful look at your weekend of debauchery, and once again, it all involved men.
Hey, no. There may have been some messaging and or texting during that time, but we're not going to get into that. Yeah. Anyway,
tell me the quality of the girls that are hanging out at Reds.
Hey, it was actually not. You know what? Attractive women there. Yes,
I can
in a variety of ages.
Excuse me, I got to go outside for a Newport.
No.
I'll get right back to the conversation. I'm really interested in what you have to say. Aren't you that fella from TV?
It was.
I've got 6 kids at home. You don't mind, do you? Excuse me. Could you get me an order of onion rings? I know it's midnight, but I could use those. Maybe a couple of pickled eggs. I didn't get dinner. That's okay. Good for you, man. Have fun with that, huh?
Oh, God.
How about some news there, Romeo?
All right, let's do it. 12 people have been arrested following terrorist attacks over the weekend in London. The attack began late Saturday when a rented van ran over pedestrians on the London Bridge. 3 men then got out and started stabbing people with knives before being shot down by police. ISIS has claimed responsibility. Crazy.
Bad. And you know, it's only getting worse.
Yeah, well, it seems, you had the attack in Manchester, what was that, a week ago?
Yep.
And then this, and it seems the van attacks just randomly running over people, or not randomly as the case is.
And I'm going to give you a warning.
Seems to be the next thing.
It's going to happen here.
Oh,
It already is happening here, but they don't play it up as much. But I mean, if you look over the course of the last, a friend of mine is he's a cop and all this stuff. He put out a list of like the last 5 years of this kind of stuff that's gone on. This is crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Hopefully, I mean, we got 4th of July coming up in a month. We'll see if anything happens. I think leading up to that, you're going to see probably a couple of those things hit here.
Yeah.
If not,
speaking of 4th of July, make sure you get it on your calendar, too. We're going to be down at Rockstock.
Yes, that's right. You and I both.
Have some fun down there. A couple of great concerts. They're going to have some fireworks going on. You and I are going to be the MCs of the event.
Yes.
So that's kind of a big deal. You're right.
Look, do I get free beverages?
I hope so, and I'm working on the catering menu.
Okay, good.
I want lobster.
Fantastic. Can't wait for it. Wonder Woman, #1 at the box office, an estimated $100.5 million for its opening in North America this weekend. That makes the superhero film starring Gal Gadot. It's Gadot or Gadot? It's not Gadot because she's Israeli.
I'm not sure.
You know what? I was working on this pronunciation. I was talking to Aaron Offsire earlier, and he gave me the correct pronunciation because I thought it was Gadot, and he said, no, it's Gadot. I think it's Gadot. I'm not sure. I'm probably still screwing it up. Anyway, directed by Patty Jenkins, it's the biggest ever opening for a female director, surpassing 50 Shades of Grey in 2015, which was just hot garbage. I mean, I saw parts of that. I mean, go on your computer, or your iPhone if you want to watch that stuff. It's better quality than that crap anyway. Seriously,
Did your mom catch you watching that?
50 Shades of Grey. Shut up.
Hey, Mom, it's my Cinemax time. Don't come in the
room. Why?
Because you open yourself up to it.
Oh, God.
Honestly, I heard great things about Wonder Woman. I heard it was really an outstanding
93% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Wow.
So,
well, good for them.
Amazing. 52% of the film's audience was female.
Yeah.
Girl power there.
That's right. I'm all for it. I liked Wonder Woman when I was a kid.
Yeah, I loved Linda Carter. Now, I don't know if any word on whether or not she had a cameo in this. I'm assuming she did. She was supposedly at the premiere.
Most of the time, they usually get some kind of cameo or something, and I don't know. Like I say, I didn't see it, so I'm not sure.
Right.
Got to get out to Cinema Carousel and check that out.
Absolutely. All right, Michigan residents could soon be able to carry concealed pistols without a license. The latest bill in the State House will look to remove the need for a concealed permit. According to Tom Lambert, president of Michigan Open Carry Incorporated, the legislation doesn't change any existing laws and only defines the areas where people could conceal carry without a permit. The legislation is expected to be voted on sometime in the coming week. So, what do you think about this? You're a concealed carry guy.
Yep.
So, should you be able to do it without the license?
Let me ask you this. Let's say you're out and about. It's a Saturday night. Everything's going cool. All of a sudden, a van full of wackos pulls up and starts stabbing everybody around you. Wouldn't it be nice to have something on you?
Right. That's
a
good point.
That's all I have to say about that.
Well said, well spoken. All right. The police department of Muskegon is continuing its casual outreach effort in the community, taking it to the Lakeside, Nims, and Campbell neighborhoods. The latest Conversation and Coffee with Cops event will take place at Lakeside Cafe on Laketon Avenue Thursday from 5 to 6:30. The events are geared towards establishing a dialogue between officers and the community in a more casual atmosphere. These things are great. I mean, whether you're talking about Muskegon, Grand Rapids, Saginaw, Lansing, Flint, it's good for the police in the community, and especially for the community to understand that the cops are not your enemy,
right?
Regardless of some of the narratives that get put out there. The cops are there to help you out, and the more policing we have in some of these neighborhoods, it's just it makes you safer. It benefits the neighborhoods, and these are great events to have.
There you go.
Absolutely.
Sport and a big thank you to the cops in Middleville for not throwing Dave in jail for being a vagrant.
I wasn't being a vagrant. I was being responsible, knowing that I was not in condition to drive.
You know what you would have gotten? Drunk in public.
No, I was not. By that time, I probably I wasn't. Now, my friend lying on the side of the road, as he's still trying to hitchhike, like he's laying there. Car goes by. He sticks his thumb out. Like, what the hell are you doing? And he was actually fine. By that, no, seriously, by that time we were both okay, but it just wouldn't have been responsible for us because it wasn't like he was lying down because he was drunk. He was lying down because of his back and his knees. Literally, he's like 48 going on 78.
Wow.
Physically. So, yeah, it was interesting evening.
Now, I got to ask you this.
What?
Did you have a sleepover?
I crashed on his couch.
What? Boy.
What?
Never mind, nothing. I'm not assuming anything.
You see, you always try and just kind of put things out there that aren't out there.
Okay.
Anyway.
Pajama
sports.
party after a night at the bar. Fun.
Can I? Sports.
Nice.
Detroit wins in walk-off fashion. Justin Upton hit a walk-off home run in the bottom of the ninth to beat the Chi Sox. They sweep the series this weekend, 7-4. Cubs win, Cubs win, Cubs win. They beat St. Louis 7-6. It was Golden State crushing Cleveland in Game 2 of the NBA Finals, 132-113. They lead that series 2-0. And Game 4 of the Stanley Cup tonight, Pittsburgh taking on Nashville. They lead that series 2-1. That's sports.
I was pissed last night.
Why?
Well, because Jimmy Kimmel and the NBA Finals uprooted America's Funniest Home Videos.
But Jimmy Kimmel's better than America's Funniest Home Videos.
Nothing
Jimmy Kimmel is awesome.
Nothing's better than America's Funniest Home Videos.
Yeah, someone gets kicked in the crotch again. Awesome. They've been doing that for 30 years.
I know, and it's getting better every time. I love it.
God.
Go enjoy your Monday.